Hello, this is English Time with AIOS. My name's Alex Linville, and this is going to be a business lesson. Often we talk about grammar or speaking, but with AIOS, there's a lot of business training, so it's time that we have a few business lessons. One of the most important ideas in business is the idea of return, what you get back when you give something. Now, that can be with a loan, it can be when you start a business. A return just means money received for giving. So we call it return on investment, or ROI, to make it easier. Now, it's just a way to measure success. Are you making money? Is your investment or your business a good choice? Was that a good way to use money? So again, a return is money you get back. So let's look at an example. That's the easiest way to learn. You give a loan to two friends. One borrows 1,000 baht and returns 50 baht. And another borrows 100 baht and gives back 10. Which loan had a better return? So you lend money to two friends. One gives you back 50 and one gives you back 10. Now, if you don't know much about business, you might say, oh, 50 baht is always better than 10. But it depends on how much you give at the beginning. So you have to look at the first money, the money before. So one friend got 1,000 and one friend got 100. So let's look at a formula or an equation that helps make this easier. So ROI is your money now minus your money that you gave, or the money before, divided by the money before. So these two numbers are the same. So for our example, one friend number one, he gives you back 1,000 plus some interest of 50 baht. So you then subtract the 1,000 and divide it by 1,000. So the equation will be 50 baht divided by 1,000. That is 5%. So your ROI to your friend was 5%. Now, it doesn't say when they paid you back. And ROI usually has time, too. So, was that 5% in a month? A week? A year? How long did your friend have your money? It's always important to think about time. Friend number two gave you back 100 plus another 10 as interest. So you take 110 minus 100 divided by 100. This gives you 10%. So even though 10 baht is smaller than 100, friend number two was a better loan because it gave you a bigger ROI. So let's look at a more complicated example. Even though that seems very easy, ROI can become very difficult because you're not always sure what your return is, what numbers you're supposed to be using. For instance, this next example is about stock. Hopefully you know stock is something you can buy as an investment that you can sell when the price gets higher, you hope. So Bob bought stock in a company that pays him 3 baht a share every year. So a share is one piece of stock, and he gets a dividend. A dividend is money you collect from owning a stock. Not every stock pays a dividend, but many stocks do. So his dividend is 3 baht a share. Let's say this is every year. So 3 baht a year. The stock cost him 120 baht to buy, and it's now selling for 150. So the price of the stock has gone up. He owns 10 shares. What is his ROI? So we have a lot of numbers there. We have 3 baht, 10 shares. He bought it for 120, and now the price for it is 150. But what is his ROI? Well, if he doesn't sell the stock, the problem doesn't say anything about him selling it, then the ROI only comes from the dividend, that 3 baht he gets. So we take 3 times 10, 3 baht per share, so that's 3 times 10, plus 120 times 10. Because his stock, in his mind, is still only worth 120. He hasn't sold it yet. That price of 150 is not real yet. He hasn't sold it. So to his mind, it's only 120 still. So this is 30 plus 1,200 divided, or then minus 1,200 divided by 1,200. So you see the number 1,200 a lot, right? That's because 1 share cost 120 baht and he owns 10 shares. So when you do the math, his return on the dividend is 2.5%. So only 3 baht for 120. This is not a very good return. But maybe he just likes to collect the dividend. Maybe he likes to own the stock and he doesn't want to sell it. But if he does sell it, his ROI will be much better. You can see it'll be 30. Again, he'll still collect the dividend. But now it's 150 times 10. Because he's selling it. His money now will be much larger. And it'll be, you'll minus the original price, 120, and divide it by the original price, which then gives you an ROI of 27.5%, which is a very good return. Almost anybody would be happy with getting a return of 27.5%. So I encourage you to go online, find some more ROI problems, learn to think like a business person, and do the math about giving money and getting money back. Because someday you'll want to buy a house or a car or give someone a loan or maybe start a business. And ROI is an important idea to know when making these financial decisions. So again, this is English Time with AIOS. My name is Alex Linville. Khap khun khap.